Poverty is an issue that has faced the U.S. for many years. It is still relevant today, specifically in how it relates to education. In general, the poverty rate in the U.S. averages around 14% of the population, which means that 1 in every 6 Americans are living at or below the poverty line. Additionally, 6.8 million children live at or below the poverty line, which is 1 in every 11. Of those 6.8 million children living in poverty, 30% of them do not graduate high school. This is especially problematic because most likely in order to rise up out of poverty, those children will need to have a high school diploma in order to get a job that pays them enough. Poverty has an impact on education. The reading gap between students of low-income and high-income families has doubled since the 1940s, moving from 0.60 deviation to 1.25 deviations. In addition to the reading gap, there are other factors that poverty impacts in relation to education. Kohler says, most students in poverty do not have supplementary and regularly challenging curriculum programs. The school curriculum for students in poverty is often lacking in rigor. Therefore, students are not challenged, nor are they ready for high schools or college entrance exams. Thus, being in poverty can impact students' ability to succeed not only in the immediate classroom, but also in the future classrooms of high school and college. While there are some programs in place to help these needs, which will be discussed later, there are often not enough resources, leaving kids to worry about where their next meal will come from, rather than trying to understand the difference between a simile and a metaphor. There are some solutions already in place to help with the poverty crisis in education. There is some programming for poor and minority students in danger or at risk of failure. This solution meets the intellectual needs of the students. There are also free and reduced lunches, which help to meet the physical needs, offering them free or cheaper meals. At some schools, there is also reduced breakfast, which is an option so that they are getting 2 meals a day from the school instead of 1. There are, however, suggestions for better improvement. The programs in place are good now, but they could be better. One option for improving the impact of poverty is through tutoring. If students are given the opportunity to learn from a tutor, the gap between low and high-income students may lessen. Oftentimes, students of low-income families have parents who are either not present or are working. Therefore, they aren't able to draw on their parents for help with their homework. Having a tutor who can help academically when a parent might not be present would be very helpful to these students. This could be done online or in person. Additionally, the tutoring could be done for a specific subject, if that is what a student needs, or it could be done in order to teach the student learning methods and strategies. That way they can grow to become independent learners and not need to rely on the tutor to learn. Additionally, upping the already existing free and reduced lunch programs to include a take-home dinner or perhaps a weekend meal might be helpful for further providing students with food in order to address their physical needs. If they leave school on Friday and don't know if they're going to eat until Monday, they may be much more focused with that rather than doing their homework and getting the education that they